Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, present you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. Tonight we're going to be talking about WWE's NXT on a Tuesday night, and it was jam-packed with matches, action, storytelling. Another good night of professional wrestling brought to you by the best in the business, the WWE. And I'm here with Travis. Travis,
hey everybody.
Loves professional wrestling, and he enjoyed himself some NXT tonight, and we're going to be talking about it and kicking off the show. A lot of different matches. I thought these guys were supposed to be in action tonight, Travis.
I thought so too, but going back and rewatching it, they did just, all they said was
they're going to be there.
They said debut tonight, so I guess technically they did, but to me a debut always means in ring.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're talking about their on TV debut. They were definitely in the building during one of the matches, but we didn't see them wrestle. But what did open the night for NXT was the Judgment Day. And as always, Judgment Day come out, and I mean, just look at that screenshot. If that screenshot doesn't tell you everything that you need to know, then I think you're blind. Judgment Day are scary right now, and probably, arguably, the strongest faction in all of professional wrestling, not just WWE. I want to make sure I'm clear about that.
No, I agree with you.
Crazy what's going on, that they're intertwined in so many different angles of the company right now.
I think what it is if you look at Judgment Day, like, let's just say 2 years ago versus today, every single person in Judgment Day has gotten more comfortable with the role they're playing.
Oh, yeah, that's blatantly obvious. But here we see Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. They're going to come out, basically defend their territory, because this is their house. He doesn't care that Finn Balor built this house as being the longest, overall reigning NXT champion day-wise. But Carmelo and Trick look strong here, because they're approaching the Judgment Day, who are the strongest faction in all of pro wrestling, and they're doing it 2-on-4. Dom, obviously the heat magnet that he is, can't even get a word out. The crowd won't let him say a word.
No, like
the crowd.
This is like it reminds me so much of like when Roman Reigns came out that night after beating The Undertaker and he couldn't get a word out edgewise. But unlike that, I'm like, this is the reaction we wanted for Dom.
Oh, yeah, always. Dom knows how to get the heat, but this right here just sets up a match for later in the night. That match would end up being Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. That would be your main event, which is crazy. But we're going to get into the future of Tony D'Angelo. That match is coming up later tonight. We're going to talk about it. We got a little interview here.
Picture. It looks like his face
is a great picture. Tony, that's not even a mask. That's Tony D, man, and he's really
I'm saying
playing.
His face looks like it's a mask, right?
I know. See, I get it, yeah, but it's obviously it's not. That's just him combed over, trying to have that real, like, hey man, I'm in jail kind of look, and he does look locked up. We're going to talk more about Tony D later tonight, because that story took an interesting turn tonight. I didn't see that one coming, so they got me there. I like it. Kiana James and Gigi Dolan are having a little vignette segment. We wouldn't see them in action tonight, but Gigi Dolan basically exposing Kiana James and showing all kinds of pictures that she thought she deleted over the years, I guess. And she's very embarrassed. They come back to, and she's trying to see where the hell these pictures came from.
I'll be honest.
Not a big fan. No, it's not good. This is not good.
It's not doing anything for me.
Well, why would it? I mean, it'd be better if it was more. I don't know. I'd have to really think about how I would repackage this.
I hate.
It's not good right now.
I hate saying this, but it's like almost like, well, I painted your office, so now I'm gonna go through your picture. It's like it's bitchy girls being bitchy, and I'm like, I don't really. It doesn't do anything for me.
And Mick Thomason, I'm waiting till I get some more autographs so this way I can send you a few instead of just one. Unless you want me to send you none. Let me know which one you'd prefer. One, none, or many, many, many more. Let me know.
But yeah, no, this feud needs to end soon. I'm just not doing it.
I still want to get a match out of it because I like Gigi Dolan and I want to see the direction.
I want to get one match out of it.
I want to see who they're in favor of here. Who is the brass behind on this one? Who do they think is the future of their women's division? I think
Kiana, honestly.
You're saying Kiana? Okay. Mm-hmm. I want to say Gigi, but yeah, I might have to agree with you on Kiana. She has been looking strong as of late, and she's great in the ring. She's improved dramatically over her debut. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to get right into this tag team match, and this was actually a really good match. It started off hot. Chase and Duke didn't even let the match start off right away. They immediately just attacked Gulak and Dempsey over here. Hard-hitting match that, honestly, out of all four competitors, Duke Hudson on another level, pulling out moves that were just incredible to watch. It's a big, big display of his ability, his power, his creativity, and his size. I mean, just that Hurricane Rana from a guy that size. Very impressed with Duke Hudson and Chase U tonight, who picked up the big win. What were your thoughts on this match, Travis?
I thought it was a good match. I was very impressed by Duke Hudson. Like you said, that Hurricane Rana, I'm like, we hear them joke about it all the time, but I agree. It's like a man that big should not be able to move that fast, that quickly. The only complaint I really had about this match is I do not feel like the right person ate the pinfall. I think that Charlie Dempsey should be pushed a little bit better. I still think that if nothing else, we should get to see him eventually work his way up to being a champion of some kind to make up for the fact that Regal never got his that he was promised. But other than that, I thought it was a good match.
Hey, Mick Thomason, real quick. I got your Marty Jannetty autograph, but like I said, man, I'm gonna say it a little clearer for you this time. Let's bring the mic in really close so Mick Thomason can. Mick, can you hear me now, Mick? Mick, listen, man. I'm going to get more autographs from superstars like Haku, Jimmy Hart, Kurt Angle, Rob Van Dam, Diamond Dallas Page. I'm going to put them in a big envelope, and I'm going to mail them to your house. Do you understand me, Mick Thomason?
You shouldn't have a microphone in front of you that long unless you're going to say, Mr.
I don't think he understands. Jay, how you doing, buddy?
I have to come on and save the show. I'm hearing all this nonsense since last night to dragging in tonight. I have to come here.
What nonsense? What nonsense do you speak of?
Of this show. I have to.
What nonsense do you speak of? Please tell me.
Jay's the hater. That's his gimmick.
Stop. I just want to forget Mondays ever exist in wrestling. Let's just go to tonight's show.
So tonight's show was not good for you. Tonight's show did not do it for you. Well, while you're here real quick, I'm trying to set up a new kind of display over here so we can all be on the screen over here looking all pretty. Make it look a little nice. Get the NXT logo in there. Get the Wrestling with Savage logo in there. This,
Jay, when was the last time you genuinely enjoyed NXT?
I'm a critic, man. I'm going to look at every single little thing about every single match with every single segment with every single video package they throw at me. I'm going to study it, observe it, and let me tell you something. What I saw tonight, some of it made sense, some of it was crazy.
Some of it made sense, and some of it was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm curious. I'm very interested. Let's see how we like this layout right here. This way we get everybody there. We can remove this.
I will actually agree with you on that one, Jay. There were some elements that you were like, what?
All right, so Jay, we'll start off with the way the night opened up, which was Judgment Day coming out, proclaiming dominance over,
let's face
WWE. They straight up said they were the best.
Let's face it, when we started this Tuesday night show, nobody gave a damn about NXT, period. And this is why the Judgment Day is out here. They're plugging the show. It's a smart move. I think it's a smart business move if you're going to make them start the show. That way the eyeballs can stay throughout the end of the show. So it made perfect sense to me, but let's face it, it's the same usual shit. Same shit I heard last night, same shit here tonight. Nothing new.
Same usual shit. You didn't like any of
the
shit.
Shit. Are the lines not usual? This is the same usual lines we hear all the time from Judge. We rule. All rise to the Judgment Day. We rule every night. My dum-dum's gonna get it done.
You don't like dum-dum? Okay,
I'm
so obviously
it's the same usual lines that I hear all the time. It's nothing.
Well, usually a lot of professional wrestling's rinse and repeat. I mean, Roman Reigns has been telling people, acknowledge me for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
He you know what? As much as
Hulk Hogan, take your vitamins.
Acknowledge me. Somebody needs to get
prayers.
this guy a better PR department if he's having this many good matches and nobody's acknowledging him.
I think Jay acknowledges him. He wears the shirts. He loves the bloodline. He loves the bloodline. All right, Jay, forget about Judgment Day because we're going to get back to Judgment Day by the end of the night. They're in the main event, okay? Even though Braun Breaker and Dragunov should have been the main event, they should have let those boys go for like an hour. They should have put an Iron Man match on. That shit would have been... I guarantee if you advertise an Iron Man match after what they just did, people would watch it. Those boys can go, but we'll get into Braun Breaker.
Nick, I just speak the truth for God's sakes.
What did you think about this match here, Jay, and Chase U picking up the big win Tuesday night?
I'm going to talk about this move that, and I'm going to just start off by this. The commentary was horrible tonight. I don't care what match you throw at me, whether you like the main event, whether you like the middle. It was horrible, and I wrote some notes on it. But I want to talk about when Hudson did he do a Michinoku driver, but he was supposed to sit down, but he didn't sit down? Was that what happened on the top rope? I thought Michinoku drivers, you sit down. He kind of landed a little on his feet awkwardly. I don't know why, but let's face it, Savage, this guy was the most impressive out of the match. Did I like the match, period? No, I'll get to that. But Duke Hudson with that head scissors that he did was the most impressive thing that we saw tonight. That I will say. Well, let's face it. What did this do for Charlie Dempsey? You always preach about this guy is William Regal's son. This guy's a great grappler. This guy does this. This guy does that. He has all these submission moves. And you know what I saw tonight? A loser. You know what I've been seeing lately from Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey? Losers, because they lose every single match, whatever you throw in there, no matter how they book, whether it's one or the tag team or the other. The only thing if the kid is that he's William Regal's son, but let's face it, I didn't see nothing impressive in the ring for him. Okay, you want to throw at me, he could sell. Wow, what a big deal. But what did he do impressively in this match to stand out? Absolutely nothing. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't think the NXT machine is behind this tag team because I don't think they know what to do with these tag teams because of their unique grappling style. Nobody does that in the NXT. And I just don't see them going far.
Okay, that's your opinion. You don't see them going far. I think right now they're just working. That's what they're doing. They're working. They're being, told what to do. And Chase U is right now the guys that they want to go over. Chase U's obviously put in a lot of work. They've been around way longer than Drew Gulak. And let's be honest, when has Drew Gulak ever really gotten a crazy push in WWE, like a crazy winning streak, besides the Cruiserweight Division 205 Live? Never. So, I mean, he's an enhancement guy, and unfortunately, Dempsey got paired with him for now, probably just to, be under the learning tree a little bit, kind of get
Not working.
Figure out how to do things here in NXT. And Gulak definitely knows how to teach people and coach them and all that. I don't think this is going to affect Dempsey's career at all. I think he's still going to go on to have his own significant career here in WWE.
His style, to me, it complements better. Like, crazy idea here, but what would y'all think if they threw Dempsey in with Alpha Academy? so that they could get, like, they could have Alpha Academy teach him more about the personality aspect. But his style, I already think his style would mesh pretty well with Chad.
Dude, he's got like a strong style. He's like a UK strong style grappling machine. And he's the son of a legend. Let's be honest, he is. Second generation talent, and he's going to pay his dues, and that's what he's doing right now, Jay. Jay, he's paying his dues, and you're sitting here criticizing him. You're just a fan. You know, you're a fickle fan who wants to sit here and criticize these men who go out there and do the most dangerous thing.
If we have seen that in
no respect,
there'd be a little win in this time, right? He has not won in a match in the last 6 months.
That doesn't mean a thing. That doesn't mean a thing.
I'm telling you.
That doesn't mean a thing.
You know what? I'm actually going to have to side with Jay on this one only because you said no respect. Respect is earned. He hasn't earned it yet.
First of all, he has earned my respect because he's a great worker. He goes in there and he makes people look good. What do you mean?
My ears are bleeding.
I don't agree with you on
how good did he make Duke Hudson look tonight? Are you kidding me? Do you think those moves deliver themselves?
No, but I think that's not
could do that. I could put Trick Williams, for God's sake.
Jay, let me tell you something. Duke Hudson and Andre Chase and Charles Dempsey, and this goes to you too, Travis, and to me and anybody in this damn chat. These guys take more risks in 1 minute of the day than you little bastards take all fucking year long.
I don't know, man.
Shades off. You're not watching the TV. Clearly, you're obviously missing what Charlie Dempsey's doing in the ring. He shouldn't.
Hold on. Bigger point. I don't know necessarily that I would so much attribute that to Drew Gulak or Charlie Dempsey as I would the fact that, honestly, Duke Hudson is just good. He honestly is, in my opinion, I think he's not maybe quite main roster yet, but he's getting very close. No sound.
Oh, yeah. But that happens. I was giving a shout out to Steven Chambers. Welcome back to the Savage Kingdom. Appreciate you being here on a Tuesday night while we cover some NXT. Do me a favor and like and subscribe and share. And of course, Mick Thomason, once in a while, you even have to agree with the Savage.
Of course you agree with it. Make your mark. That's what you do all the time.
Jay, it's not his fault that he actually enjoys life and he enjoys what he does and he has passion about it.
Hey,
and
when the Dempsey shirt comes out,
with joy in his heart, you might want to try it. And Travis, I would use that same advice when you watch CM Punk. Try to remember CM Punk was once a good wrestler.
Okay. Try to remember that you're lying out your ass right this minute.
No, I'm not, sir.
He was never a good wrestler.
Yes, he was. Don't even start that. Let's get into Braun Breaker.
He was always the most overhyped in the world.
Travis, I'll go to you first since you're on a roll right now. Braun Breaker opens the night. Do you think he did a phenomenal job with the opening heel promo here, considering what was to come?
You can tell he's much more comfortable as a heel than a face. He enjoys this, and I think that he has a very good future as a heel on the main roster. But I think that the problem is going to be if they bring him to the main roster and they go, okay, let's instantly make him a face, people aren't going to like that. They're going to be like, and we're right back to
He's going to be a heel for the next 3 years, and then he's going to turn into a huge baby face. Something like that. 3 years.
10 years.
Nah, The Rock, it took The Rock, what, 2-3 solid years of Rocky sucks.
Oh,
Rocky die. About 2, right, Jay? It was a quick come up. He was shitting on everybody, and then next thing you know, my man took over the world. Kind of like what LA Knight's doing right now, baby. LA Knight holding it down for the WWE. But how do we get to LA Knight and Braun Breaker? Braun Breaker cuts it open. He's having a promo here talking about his match with Dragunov, which is going to come soon. We have Von Wagner thanking Robert Stone for basically being the most annoying piece of shit because if it wasn't for him bothering him constantly, he wouldn't be able to be where he is today. And he feels like he's pretty much ready to go, ready to destroy, ready to dominate, ready to be a normal person. Any thoughts on this, guys?
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one that fucking watches NXT here tonight. But that was bad acting once again by Von Wagner. But I will say this: I see a little improvement from last week, so I'll give him that. And it looks like he's finally connecting with the fans. It only took 2 years, but it's finally working.
All right, Corey Jade's going to have a matchup here She's taking on the new girl who was making her debut last week. Kalani Jordan with Dana Brooke. And you know what I saw in this match? I saw Cora Jade basically beat the hell out of this poor girl. Definitely leading the match the whole way. Putting her through some punishment. Dumping her on her fucking head. Dumping her on her back. Just dumping her all over the ring. She's going to pick up the win, and then she's going to try to bring in that club or that kendo stick, whatever. Dana Brooke's going to try to get a piece of her, basically save Mrs. Jordan over there. Jay, what did you think about your girl? I'll go to you first because you are the Cora Jade.
Critique. I actually wrote notes. What I liked about Jade, she did that springboard stomp to the back of Jordan. I thought that was really great. She basically led this match, which I thought was very impressive. Cora Jade, usually when she leaves matches with partners, something goes wrong in the match. I want to talk about Soul Ruka Part 3. This is what it's always been, because this is another Soul Ruka, just a different version. And she did this, I don't know, probably the biggest botch in tonight in NXT, but she did the cartwheel miss elbow that she just basically had to put her hand and at least touch Cora Jade, which is probably the only botch.
Commentary tried to save that by saying that
tried to save it. It failed. But let me tell you guys, this girl looks like she got charisma. I like the smile. It looks like she got. It looks like she could be a star. But let's face it, she was a bit rough tonight. And every time she tried to land a finish or maneuver, it just looks even more rough. She needs a lot of work. I know why we put her on TV. Like I said, she looks like she has some charisma in there. So better than what I saw from Dana Brooke. I think Dana Brooke needs to go back to square A, figure out who the hell she is, just like Baron Corbin, and see what we could do with her. But
they have absolutely no idea what to do with Dana.
Travis was just not that great for me. And but I give hella credit to Cora Jade. I mean, I thought she led the match really good. Something we haven't seen in quite some time.
Okay. Travis, what did you think on this match?
Oh, simple answer here. Sorry, what? I'm watching Christian Cage and Orange Cassidy on AEW Fight Forever, and it's more entertaining than this match was.
Okay. Dragunov now is going to have his comeback promo against Braun Breaker. More of the same, but, well, you know, Jay says the other promo, the Judgment Day come out, they do the same thing. Dragunov's here basically saying the same thing he's been saying. He's going to basically destroy Braun Breaker. Makes it real plain and simple.
You know, as someone who wasn't originally sold on Dragunov, I'm starting to get behind it. I'm starting to see what y'all saw from the beginning. I'm starting to see that there's a very good chance that you are talking about a guy who is going to end up being NXT champion one day.
He's beating Carmelo for that title unless somebody gets involved.
I have one problem. Why does he always have to say I have the intensity of the toughest man? Like, we get it, all right? We get it. We got it after the Dijak, but does he need to continue until it's every single week on the most?
He's selling himself, Jay. Every time you're out there on TV, it's like paying for a commercial. Okay, why does McDonald's keep paying for commercials telling you're loving it? They've been telling you you're loving it since 1990, but they're still paying it. They're still paying for the commercial, though, Jay, to put it in your fucking head so you get it. You're loving it, bitch. You're loving it. Burger King. You're going to have it your way.
I'm not loving it.
And with Dragunov,
this guy, Dragunov, match with Dijak?
He's the toughest.
Are you kidding me? Didn't this guy wear a mask for like 2 years in the main roster? I'm not supposed to take that. Now he's the most intense guy because he had a match with Dijak.
He's been the most intense guy since like almost the third match I've seen him in, man. Fastlane's coming to Indianapolis, Indiana, right? Saturday, October 7th. First time they're there in over 7 years. I don't care. That state sucks.
There comes another part. I don't care.
Nobody from that state.
Listen, is this guy,
and if they do, they know they suck.
I have a question. Is this guy Native American? Is this guy Latin?
All right, here we go again with your questions, man. Too many questions.
Please, can somebody in the chat tell me?
Yes or no? I just want a yes or no answer. Do we want Fight Club to be like a once-a-month thing on NXT?
Once a month? Sure.
Okay. Jay, would you take that once a month?
Look, I don't want to see it ever again, but I feel like by Zach bringing it up, we might see it again.
All right. We got a little interview right here. Gable Stevenson letting us know he's got a lot coming up, so he doesn't know about his future here in NXT. He loves being here, but he's got the Olympics coming up. He's got a lot of real deal, big time things coming up.
You know why I like this? Because he's actually speaking the truth. This is
this was good, Jay.
And he's actually telling everybody, yes, I am not ready to be in NXT, guys.
All right, so Sarah wants there to be an underground. Steven Chambers doesn't want there to be an underground once a month.
Sarah, it might happen. You might get
Steven Chambers wants to let us know the Colts suck. And yeah, they've sucked since Peyton Manning left. But, that's just the way it is.
All right.
Buck wasn't too lucky.
Were they good when Peyton was there?
They won a Super Bowl.
Okay. I mean, Brady won, 6?
What's your point?
My point is that winning one Super Bowl, it's like, okay.
Winning one Super Bowl is more than you're going to do in 300 lifetimes, noob.
Fair enough.
Don't piss me off with that. You're a fucking... Joe Namath won one Super Bowl, and he's one of the most famous people in the world.
Who?
Oh, man, you're terrible.
Oh, the guy who does all the insurance commercials.
Hey, man, he only gets those commercials because he won the Super Bowl. Right?
Yeah.
Well, so one Super Bowl gets you free food the rest of your life in the state you live in. One Super Bowl gets you a free car lease upgraded for the rest of your life in whatever state you live in.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah, it's true, man.
Oh,
Nick, I like a piece of hell, maybe, if it's available.
All right, let's get into this because now you mentioned Dijak, and here Dijak is, who's obviously talking to some of the new talent from the Performance Center, and he's like, wait a second, you saw this guy, Thorpe, have one match on Underground, and you automatically think he's the toughest guy in NXT. They go on to say, yeah. He says that this is a joke. Me personally, I would have liked better if Dijak would have laid out everybody here, including the girls. Equal rights.
Yes, I agree with you. Hey, look, I am all for equal treatment, which means I will deck a female the same as I will a man.
Listen, man, I won't be surprised. Dijak versus Thorpe, another underground match.
Okay.
And let's say we do that match.
American? Is he Latino? Is he a DJ Steven Chambers? Please.
If we do that match, though, what's the point? Are we just going to bury Eddie Thorpe? Because we better not bury Dijak.
Why? They've already buried Dijak.
That's the point of him having there. It's like a Drew Gulak.
He should have been the one taking the title off of freaking.
But it doesn't make sense to me that Dijak's getting buried when he's been a guy who's been putting on match of the year type of matches, even with Wesley.
Savage. Let's face it, they buried him in the main roster with T-Bar. He came back, he reinvented himself, and I think when he comes back in the main roster, he's actually going to be himself. I think he did something that Apollo Crews didn't do at all.
They missed the ball here tonight. They could have started They could have started the men's revolution. Like, we're sick of your shit. All you women want to talk shit about us. You're getting a big boot to the face. Deal with it. I would have
done it. You guys are the next stars. I'm
all
out.
right. All right, enough of this equal opportunity butt whooping, which is it is good stuff. But we now are going to get into, in my opinion, definitely the match of the night between Braun Breaker and Dragunov, and it was everything that it was built up to be: explosive, powerful, hard-hitting, no mistakes in sight, every move on target, very methodically played out. I didn't see them even calling spots. I think they planned this match in the back, and it was like watching a fight scene in a movie being done in one take in perfection. Incredible effort by both men, and unbelievable that Dragunov able to just pick up the victory. Braun, by the way, that spear was unbelievable. Maybe the best spear of his career. Looked gorgeous. His facials tonight, unbelievable. He looks so furious right there. His power that he shows, Dragunov coming back with a counter. Power bomb, just showing the power that he can power bomb Braun Breaker like he's a feather. Like just get smashed and smash him again and then smash him again and then cover him in the middle of the ring for the clean 1, 2, 3. Huge career statement for Dragunov here tonight. And it sets him up for his NXT Championship match against Carmelo Hayes. Jay, I'll go to you first.
Got a lot to say.
Do you want to rate this match? Was it a great match?
First of all, this was match of the night right here. This was a great match right here. And I'm not going to give all the credit to Ilya, but he did do a good job. I'm going to give all the credit to my man, Mr. Braun freaking badass Breaker right here. This guy was Rookie of the Year last year at PWI, ranked number 26 out of 500 wrestlers in PWI. I mean, two-time NXT champion, and he's just proving that he's so natural as a heel. As Travis was saying, it just works perfect with him. It's flowing. He's showing us, Savage and Travis and everybody here, that he can have a match with anyone, and it looks great. Not good, great. Mark my words, in 2025, this man, Braun freaking Badass Breaker, will win one of those 3 or whatever 4 or whenever how many titles they make, major championships. Mark my words, 2025 will be the year for Braun Breaker. This guy had a hell of a match. It was great. Both guys did a great job.
Well, you heard Jay. Jay thinks Braun Breaker is going to have a hell of a year, and I kind of have to agree with him. I'm not going to disagree with Jay on that one. He knows what he's talking about. Travis, you have a take on this matchup between Dragunov and Braun Breaker?
I'm going to agree with most of what Jay said. Like, between this and the friggin' match he had with Dijak, I've really actually come around to what y'all saw in Ilya and in Braun. Both. It's like Braun we already knew was good. Ilya is consistently proving he's having good matches too. So I think that either one of them, I think both of them are future stars, like main roster stars. All in all, I think the match was phenomenal. I think it did exactly what it should do. It made both of them look great. And as much as it's going to surprise me to say this, I think the right guy won.
100% the right guy won. I like Steven Chambers said, I don't know what's next for Braun Breaker, but I do smell main roster. I do smell a feud with Gunther. And I called it. I called it yesterday. I'm calling it again right now, Jay. I think it's going to be Braun versus Gunther at WrestleMania for the IC. And Dragunov is going to make his debut by costing Braun Breaker that title.
I forgot to point out one thing. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Braun Breaker does not lose to just one of anybody's finishers. It takes 2. It takes a lot more. Yeah. They're doing that tonight. If you're doing that, you're protecting this guy no matter. This is like a 4 or 5 match losing streak Braun Breaker's having. But they're protecting him because they're making him strong, and it's going to take a hell of a lot to take him down. We saw that last week with Seth with the 2 stomps. We're seeing it tonight with Ilya with that torpedo.
There's no way that I can see Carmelo Hayes standing a chance against Dragunov right now, because Carmelo didn't put Braun down the way Dragunov did. Dragunov basically put Braun down like a beast, man. Just straight beast mode on his ass.
How they're protecting Braun. I just love it.
Dude, Wesley having an interview right now, and then Dom's going to invite himself for an open challenge. He said, you're always talking about open challenge, right? I accept. And then Wesley's like, fine, I'll go get ready. Dom's like, no. We can do that next week. So next week on NXT, we get Dom versus Wesley for their North American Championship. Travis, yes or no? Do you think Dom has a chance to take this title?
Yes.
Jay?
No.
Okay. I think Dom has a chance to take this title because I don't really know what they're doing with Judgment Day. They're definitely interjecting them into NXT and looking good in NXT. So you don't know. They might just flip the whole script and say, you know what? Cash in on Dragunov after he beats Carmelo. Dom takes that.
If anybody's going to take a main roster loss, it's going to be Dom.
Okay. I can agree with that from Judgment Day. We get another vignette for Baron Corbin, basically talking about what's going to happen now. Where am I going to, who am I now? Now that I've thrown away everything, I've burned down all my gimmicks, who am I going to be? I like this, that they're still going with it. Did you guys notice at the end of this video, there was someone there in a hoodie? They didn't really talk about that on commentary.
I really want to talk about this, but I'm going to let you guys go because I know you guys are big Baron Corbin fans, so I'll go last.
I'm done.
I'll go last. Travis, you could go.
Yeah, they did not mention the guy in the hoodie, but you said, they didn't mention that with the commentary didn't mention that. And like Jay said, I will agree with him on that. Commentary was just off tonight, period.
Fair take.
I thought this was going in the great direction. As Savage always says, yeah, they're repackaging him. I thought it was leaving that. And you know what threw me off when I rolled my eyes like, shit. You know what did that? When I saw a hooded man and he entered like a little foreign, that hooded man there. Are you crazy? Are we going back to the silly comical shit? Don't tell me he's gonna join Schism. Don't tell me he's gonna join a cult. I don't know what that was, but that was so unnecessary. It was so great until that part, and now I'm starting to lose interest, but I'm starting to be a little concerned right now.
I have no idea what they're doing with this. I heard one person say it could be Bray Wyatt. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not Bray Wyatt. I don't know who that is.
Man, it was so perfect. No,
I can't.
am I lying? That was a great video package until that hooded figure when he walked in there.
And Steven Chambers never count anybody out. Anybody could come around and, I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin had like 8 gimmicks before he was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Don't ever count anybody out.
I don't know what the hell we're doing with this cult schism shit.
I'm going to say this, and I don't care if people are going to get upset by it. There's also no way that was Bray Wyatt.
No, it's not Bray Wyatt.
Because that dude was way too thin to be Bray Wyatt.
No, it wasn't Bray Wyatt. Who knows? It's probably Ava Raine or some dumb. She might be right. It probably has to do with the schism. We got a picture here of the last time we're ever going to see the Creed brothers on NXT, or probably when they make their special reappearance or something in a year. I'm sure. Tiffany Stratton versus Ivy Nile going down. Ivy Nile now the only member of the Diamond Mine coming to the ring after Tiffany Stratton. So the champ comes out first. Ivy Nile comes out. And I got to give Ivy Nile props. I actually thought she looked good in the ring tonight. Tiffany, though, doing her job, able to maintain control of this match for the majority of it. Was able to counter this submission move, hit her moonsault, and pick up the 1-2-3. And go on to tell everybody that she never tapped out. Never tapped out. So, Jay, do you think they did Ivy Nile justice with this match?
First of all, Steven Chambers, that's real mean right there. Let's not say worst match ever. She had worse than this. But I will say this, Savage. I told you I'm real critiqued about Tiffany Stratton because I know she wasn't ready, but we had to give her the belt. I said this before. I said when you have Tiffany Stratton, it's sort of similar to Mandy Rose' early rise as title. You need to have her credible wins. This was a credible win, but did she do any of most of the offense in this match? No. And that's what I want to see, Savage. I want to see that aggression. I want to see her get more offensive except her opponents. This is the second opponent she had that is getting the most offense. Thea Hill and now Ivy Nile. And Ivy Nile took part of it. She shined. Let's face it, folks. This is live TV. So I like that unique power slam, but Tiffany, let's face it, did more of the work on that. But Ivy Nile looked impressive. I think what was holding back Ivy Nile to build as some sort of badass.
What's holding her back is fans like you that are calling her Ivy Nile.
Well, I just think we paid
Ivy Nile,
and we didn't focus on Ivy Nile to now. And did I like this match? No, because I want to see more aggression out of Tiffany. I want her to be the badass that we saw in Mandy Rose when she rised. And I'm not seeing it, and I'm not a fan of it. And when she cut that promo, no offense, guys, it sounded weak. Like, you're letting the crowd take over you? You're the champ. And then we have to hear a segment after this. Oh, did you hear? The crowd was shutting down. Tiffany Stratton. Really?
Like, yeah, I agree that it's not a good look. No, I agree. Her getting on the mic after the match isn't a good look. Even acknowledging the fans. You're the champion. You're better than them. Be more arrogant. Be more cocky. And as far as the violent aggression that you want, I think it's going to come. But you can't just give it all away yet, man. She has to evolve into a more, dangerous champion.
You don't have to give it all away in one. But you have to give me some of it. And the last 2 matches, this is the second one, we haven't seen it. She will sell most out of her opponents. Let's face it.
Listen, she's coming up. She's still very green, and I think she has a big ceiling before she even reaches it. I don't think we've even seen a real peak of what's to come with her. I think we have another Charlotte Flair kind of mentality in here where, like, if she does the work over the next 2-3 years, she can be one of the best women wrestler they have. If she really puts in the work, which I think she is. Travis, you got to take on this matchup?
I agree with you. I think she has the potential to be that, but the thing is, we have to remember there's been so many people we've gone, well, they have the potential to be this, and then it fizzles out. So Do I want to see her live up to that potential? Absolutely, I do. Do I think she will? Again, absolutely, I think she will. But I think Jay's got a good point. I want to see the viciousness back. It feels like that's missing.
I think it's going to come, but right now they're trying to package her as this like perfect Barbie type of character, and Barbie doesn't get vicious.
I just think it's a different ball game. When you're the champion, you have to show us different. You can't show us the same thing.
See, if they would have let her be the one that was in charge of that storyline of hurting all the girls or getting all the girls hurt, that would have been a great way to segue into her having that vicious, aggressive
or
side.
even just she used her money to hire what's her name.
I think that's going to come down the road with patience, man. I mean, her run just started. I don't see her losing this year.
No, I'm saying had they even done it that she didn't personally hurt the girls, she hired Blair Davenport to do it. I still think
they could always add that. Yeah, you never know, but I don't know. As of right now, it was all Blair Davenport, and she's taking full credit for it. We see Chase Yu here having a little moment in the back before the matchup between Joe Coffey and Stax Lorenzo. I'm going to blow up this picture here because Noam Dar ain't looking too hot, man. He went to Twitter saying he ain't going to be able to make it tonight because he's lost without his Heritage Cup. And Tuesday's canceled. And he's got the bottle in his hand. And this is great storytelling at its simplest form. Because they're telling so much of a story here with one picture. Now, for me, I like this because I like Noam Dar. So I can understand that if you don't like Noam Dar or don't know Noam Dar, you're going to be like, what the hell
I know who he is. I watched 205 Live.
Seeing this picture here of his face and the way he's holding the bottle, it's great. I loved it.
Nikita Alliance, Saber Chambers, you're out of your freaking mind. No. She's green as
I actually enjoyed it from like a comedic standpoint. Now, how
that's
much
what it was. It was like
the liver was off, but it was funny in that it was so cringy and so terrible that it was not enjoyable.
Noam Dar is a beast, Jay. Get used to it. He's just as good as JD McDonough. Listen, deal with it. Oh, by the way, JD McDonough, I heard, is going to have a very over-the-top psychotic storyline coming up on Raw soon.
Yep.
So I'm interested to see where that goes. Here's your girl, Blair Davenport, having an interview that nobody cares about. And now we get into the matchup between Joe Coffey and Stax. And at one point in the match, it looked like Stax was about to take the loss on purpose. Like they made a deal. Joe Coffey starts screaming, "We made a deal. This is business. We made a deal." And then you hear Stax start saying that he's not a rat. He's not a snitch. And he goes on to beat Joe Coffey and get Tony D released from prison. I thought the trial would have made good content. And they get their championships match. Yeah, they're probably going to be the new tag team champions of the world, more than likely.
There you go.
When that match is taking place, probably July 30th, I'm assuming. You didn't like the match, Jay? You don't like Tony D getting a title shot?
I'm going to say this, because I know we skipped my girl Blair Davenport, but I thought she cut.
You want Blair Davenport? I'll give you Blair Davenport.
I thought she cut one hell of a promo. She said, and I know Travis loved this, because if he didn't watch it or didn't write this down or didn't love this line, then I don't know what's wrong with him. She said, "This is places for a grown-ass woman, not fragile little girls with ribbon on." Travis, if you didn't laugh at that, then I don't know what.
No, I did.
That was a great shot to Roxanne Perez. I love that. And
I did too.
I kind of love this promo. I think she's that next top heel for the women's division.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think she is, and I think that no, I agree with you. I liked it. I thought she did a good job.
I didn't even pay attention to this promo because I haven't been impressed by anything yet. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to be impressed by Blair Davenport. I welcome her to impress me. I'd love to see her impress me.
I know Travis got a laugh out of it.
Were you impressed with Stax being able to free his boy Tony D out of prison?
Oh man, I was waiting for this. Let me tell you something. This was probably one of the most ridiculous matches that I've seen. First of all, let me tell all you folks out there the real storyline, because Savage actually thinks this may be a good storyline. But let me tell the whole world. This storyline, these charges were never told to us. We don't know what the charges are. We don't know why he got locked up, and we don't know what the hell's gonna happen at the court. So by far, that's the most silliest shit I ever seen in my life. What's even more silly was that Tony D was actually on the phone in the match, really. So now he gets calls and everything to be another silly part. I liked how Stacks worked in this match, believe it or not. I liked how he got some TV time. This was a well-worked, esteemed match. But I think it's beneath the Gallus boys. And if you guys want me to take them seriously, whether you got two noobs that come out and have a confrontation with the Gallus, which made no sense to me. I don't know why you would debut them at that part, at that time. You gotta show me these guys are badasses. What I'm not seeing is they're in storylines like this, Savage and Travis, and it's silly to me. And if you want me to take these guys, because let's face it, they're what? Faces, but I see them as heels. You got to show it to me. And if you put them in this, it's just beneath them, I think. And I think they got potential, but I'm not seeing it. And all shots to Stacks. I think he did a hell of a job. He took the TV time and he worked.
Yeah, I thought Stacks looked great. Great job by him and a great way to actually end. I was hoping that it would not go into the trial, even though that could have been good if they did it right, but I don't think they would have did it right. I think they would have butchered it. So I'm glad that the comedy act is over and we can get back to winning gold.
The two noobs were called Nima and Price, I got here.
Jan over here says the Creeds are under the masks with Gacy, and I don't think so. I think Ricky is drinking from that fountain again.
What do you think, Travis?
About the match or about the Gacy thing? The Gacy thing is stupid. This match, no, good match. I don't know how I feel, but I'll be honest. I am actually going to agree with who was it? Was it Steven Chambers or who said? Somebody said it a minute ago. Steven Chambers said, "Waiting for Stacks to turn on Tony D." I still think that's happening. I still think that's going to happen at some point. I think maybe during the tag team title match, he turns on him, being like, hey. I got you out of prison. I did all this. I'm carrying our team and all that. I still think he's going to turn on him at some point. But I think that, I agree. The prison thing, I'm glad it's over. It didn't really work for me.
Yeah, I'm glad it's over and we can move on to actual matches now that matter. And hopefully Tony D can get his first title run here in NXT because I've been waiting for it.
Wait, hold on. Before we go to the next time, I honestly think you don't need to break them up right now, guys. I think we need them as tag champs because they will be better baby faces than the Gallus, and they're not rough on the mic. And then you could do the betrayal 6 to 8 months after.
Nah, it's time. It's time Tony D and Stacks have had some gold, man.
There's nobody in the tag team men's. Who are you going to put? Schism?
They're going to have to figure something out, man, but I need them to have some gold.
Listen, let's all face it. Gallus has been confused. You've showed him us as a heel.
First of all, you have the new tag team coming in. You have the Dyads.
They're more lost. Listen, Gallus is more lost than Sam Guevara on AEW, for God's sakes. They're all lost. They're
not all lost.
Okay, so what is Gallus? A heel or babyface?
They're heel. Come on.
Heel.
Come on, that's not how they put them. They put them as faces. You guys don't remember the segments and the promos? And
no way any of these guys are the Creed brothers. I mean, this guy on the left is too small. Julius is way bigger than that, and Brutus is big, and I don't see a Brutus here at all. I don't see a Julius here, so none of these guys in the match.
All of them are too thin.
Yeah, nobody there is the Creed brothers at all. But here's Joe Gacy basically rubbing it into Ivy Niles' face, and that the Creed brothers are gone.
The Creed brothers are not.
I think we're seeing some character development here.
Here's the more character development. Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, they're trying to basically flirt with Valentina, saying we should be together for the rest of the year. I mean, these girls basically said, you guys need to introduce yourselves before you try to flirt with us. What's happening here, Jay? We got a new faction here, power couple.
Well, if the girls want to learn English, we're going to take them to school. We'll set them up and everything because they're a little bit rough on the mic. So, yeah, I understand all the Spanish part, but let's face it, I didn't understand the purpose of this. If you want to give these guys a tag match, by all means, I think this was so unnecessary. And did we hear Dragon Lee speak? For God's sakes. Ugh.
Yeah, Dragon Lee and Nathan Frazier came out, and, that's probably going to turn into a tag team match. This is just making content, just to make content.
Here's the stupid cup you guys like.
Yeah.
He says they're both from Bang Bus. Gianna thinks everybody's from Bang Bus.
Maybe they could take the stupid cup with them.
I have no idea what Bang Bus is, but okay.
Well,
I probably don't want to know.
Look at that, a homecoming, and we didn't even know what the
it's pretty self-explanatory, Travis.
Yeah.
Tony D'Angelo, homecoming next week. I like how they're using that word homecoming because he's coming home to NXT. Dom taking on Wes Lee next week. And now it's main event time. Judgment Day.
I would love to see new champion, but only because that title's been on Wes Lee too long.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a new champion, but I don't think it's going to be Dom. Although I wouldn't be opposed to it. And it would get a lot of heat. It would get a lot of heat. But here come the Judgment Day. They're going to have their main event right now. And in my opinion, I know I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this right now. And Jay's probably like, I can't even believe you're saying this. But I thought Trick Williams stole the show tonight, Jay. I thought Trick Williams tonight. I think Trick Williams showed out tonight. He showed up tonight. He was able to hang with Damian Priest. He took all the moves, taking bumps. This is the most impressed that I've been with Trick Williams in the history of NXT. I couldn't believe how good he was tonight. Finn Balor, Damian, obviously, perfection. Great tag team wrestling. Jay, once Jay recovers, he's going to tell you what he thinks about this match. But I thought Trick looked phenomenal tonight. There he is. Again, power bombed off the table like a pro. And Dragunov would come get involved. And I guess Dragunov thought that Damian Priest was going to cash in. Obviously, that did not happen. Damian Priest lands the chokeslam. And Judgment Day doing what Judgment Day do. And look at them. Strong as fuck. Again, 2 nights in a row. Dominant on national television. On the USA Network. Monday and then Tuesday. Big statement, big faction. Hottest faction in pro wrestling right now.
So first of all, I'm going to die laughing here because did you say Trick Williams stole the show? No.
Yes.
Trick Williams can't do anything except for turn a trick. Maybe. That being said, the match itself, very good. I agree with you. I think that they're doing a good job of making the Judgment Day consistently look strong. I think that everyone had a fairly good showing. And I think that I'd actually be all for having more of these.
Look at the seed they're planting right here. If you don't think this is planted right here for a future matchup.
Oh, it absolutely is.
That's beautiful to see. 2 of WWE's biggest and brightest future stars in the same picture right there. These 2 are probably going to go on to have more success than any of the other guys in the ring right now.
By the way, did y'all see...
Including Finn.
I thought this was an interesting article that was written a couple days ago. It was talking about how, the Dark Lord, but, Vince was like, oh, I don't like the fact that LA Knight's 39 and all this stuff. Here's the funny thing. I looked it up today because the guy said this. I didn't know if it was true, but I looked it up. Literally, Damian Priest and LA Knight are the exact same age. So if you're going to say stuff like, well, LA Knight looks like he's too old, like, why are you okay with Damian Priest then?
Obviously, it's not a big deal because both men are getting a huge push right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Jay, did you have a take on this main event? Because I saw you laughing. I don't know. Did you say anything?
Yeah, I had to collect my voice and everything after what you just said. That whole Trick Williams stole the show. Yeah, he stole the show and showed us what he really can do in the ring. Let's see what I got here. Trick needs to learn how to do a clothesline because it was shitty when he clotheslined this person here. Trick needs to learn how to throw a punch because his punch is shitty when he throws it against Priest, I wrote. Trick did the shittiest neckbreaker that I've seen on somebody on Priest right here. That's what I wrote right here. But I will say one thing that I wrote and I did like. I did like that Melo did some unique counter stunner on Priest, followed by Priest doing the spinning roundhouse kick that led to, I'm sure Travis noted the name of that Damian Priest face flat first. I thought that was really impressive out of the whole match. Let me tell you something, guys. I would say the match was good, but let's face it, the commentary on this match was once again horrible.
Well, what commentary? Booker T's mouth is open wide. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
I just don't think. I think that Booker T sometimes gets lost in subjects, and I think earlier in one of the matches he's talking about drinks and shit. I don't know, but I think it just loses Vic Joseph's mind a little bit. The only reason why I say it's okay because let's face it, guys, Melo took the loss. I was expecting Trick to take the loss. I didn't think it was necessary for him to take 2 losses against Balor, especially in your hometown.
That's a
and
good
be the
point.
NXT champion, especially when you have Trick there. So I didn't like it. Where does this lead? I don't know, but what they're doing with this crossover seems working, and we'll see what happens next week with Don.
No, it's like a war starting almost.
It was good. The problem with commentary, I say this not rudely. Look, Booker T is an absolute legend in the business, but he's a legend who, at the moment, is going. You know what they say, shucky ducky. What was my line again? Like he seems like he's lost, or like he's having a senior moment, and I'm like, I don't know that this is really the best use for him as commentary. Like I honestly believe even a manager would be better suited for him than commentary because you can just tell he's like you can tell he struggles with like when they mess up, like how do I cover this up without it looking like I'm making it obvious, hey, that was a botch.
They don't care. They want a Hall of Famer on the panel.
Trick as well. Just because you could do a nice drop kick once or twice in the match doesn't mean that you need to be on TV.
I'm going to quote one of my favorite shows, one of the best lines from it, as they said in one of the episodes of Billions. There are a lot of guys who watch Bruce Lee movies. Doesn't mean they know karate.
That's fantastic. Tomorrow night, AEW Dynamite. Professional wrestling on a Wednesday night. Brought to you by Tony Khan and all his insane roster. All right, so we get Ruby Soho versus Sky Blue tomorrow night. Jay, you got a prediction?
I can't even believe Sky Blue, the idiot, is in the semifinals.
Ruby Soho.
Okay, Ruby Soho. We're all taking Ruby Soho. I'm sure Jay's taking Ruby Soho. We have Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin taking on Sammy Guevara, Daniel Garcia, and I think Darby Orange is unstoppable. They will win this match. Jay, what say you?
I'm going with Cassidy and Darby Allin, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going with Garbage.
Okay, I like it. Blackpool Combat Club and the Elite reveal their 5th men for the Blood and Guts match that's going to come the week after on Dynamite. And any guesses?
Going to be Jericho and
Dakota, but I can't believe CM Punk actually said, "Let me be part of this," because I don't think he should.
No, I don't think he should either. Hopefully,
it's going to be, in my opinion, I think it's going to be Jericho for Blackpool Combat Club, and I think it's.
How crazy would it be if the Elite have CM Punk as their 5th?
But in this match with freaking the plumber over here that bleeds all the time, that's how you want to introduce this.
All right, we get the debut of Nick Wayne, and he's taking on
already
Swerve Strickland.
Already
Swerve.
Another flippity flop. I don't know. They might give it to Wayne.
I think they're giving it to Nick Wayne. I think they're gonna go off Darby Allin's momentum. Bringing him in as the real deal. You know, the whole thing, the whole spiel last week. Remember, Travis, where Darby was saying, "This kid, I'm not bringing him in because he's my friend. I'm bringing him in because he's the real deal."
If you guys like gymnastics, you guys will love this match.
If you like Nick, what's his name, Will Ospreay, you'll like Nick Wayne.
Well, hold on. In fairness, Will Ospreay, yes, a lot of people see him as the flippy dippy, jump and all that. But Will Ospreay is a good technical wrestler as well. He is a good counter wrestler. He honestly is, in my opinion, he is almost a complete package wrestler, except for the whole, I'm a massive powerhouse. But that's because he's even said, I wasn't always a great technical wrestler. I had to learn that stuff.
All right, we got MJF and Adam Cole.
This is the card?
This is the card.
Card for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Commander versus Chris Jericho. Is anybody not freaking seeing what's going on right here? How horrible this is?
Yeah, Adam Cole and MJF will win, and Chris Jericho will beat Commander.
Fucking Commander, a Hall of Famer fighting. Jesus Christ.
AEW brought to you by Tony Khan with the letter, the number 3, and the letter and the drug cocaine.
Why didn't you give me the little shrimp that always?
Well, let me give my spiel. All right. Tomorrow night, AEW Dynamite. And then on Thursday, we do Impact Watch Along. I won't be here. Hopefully, Travis is.
I'm not even looking forward to that Slammiversary.
I don't know, man. If they pull any more of that burning people alive crap.
I don't know, man, but you're going to watch it. You're going to report on it. God damn it. SmackDown Live Watch, I'll be there because I need to see what happens with this bloodline drama nonsense. I will be there for AEW Collision so we can see CM Punk lose live to Ricky Starks. And it's going down, and this is also going down Saturday night after Collision. Battle of the Belts. Luchasaurus taking on Shawn Spears. A pointless match because we all know Luchasaurus is going to win. FTR versus Jay White, Juice Robinson. 2 out of 3 falls.
I would love to see Jay White and Juice Robinson.
4, and I repeat myself, 4 next week on Saturday night. You will hear Savage call the commentary for a AEW World Tag Team Championship match. Travis will be there. We will be doing the play-by-play live. Owen Hart, CM Punk. Owen Hart's not going to be there, but it's his tournament. It's his tournament! And I think Ricky Starks is going to win it next Saturday night. Make sure you're here live to watch it. Black Dahlia will be at the Wrestling Universe August 19th. Savage Kingdom, staying busy. Go to WrestlingWithSavage.com to see all of our upcoming events, including ones like this with Jimmy Hart at Legends Fan Fest in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, September 16th. On August 20th, at WrestleBash at the Doubletree by Hilton in New Jersey, you can meet legend Haku and future superstar, the Black Dahlia, the Chainsaw Queen. Make sure you go follow my cousin Cri Text, pick up his new album, Justified Homicides, and stay tuned because the party with Marty is going to be very serious.
I'm not trying to be a jerk, Savage, but you've been saying, pick up my cousin's new album for the last, 5 months. How is it a new album if it's that?
Because it's still his newest album. He hasn't made another album, so it's still his newest album. And what do you want me to say? Pick up his oldest album? Fine. Go and pick up his oldest album. He has 7 or 9 of them on Spotify. So go find him and go follow him.
Here's an idea. And I'm not even a rap guy, but here's an idea. Go pick up any of his albums and enjoy.
Are you done? You got anything? I'm going to put you on the full screen now. What else do you want to tell the Savage Kingdom?
I don't like rap, and I still think that your cousin is phenomenal. Go pick up any of his albums. It's a good album.
I will send him this clip. He'll be happy to hear that. But let's get back to the party with Marty. It is going to be special. You're not going to want to miss it after the episode of Dark Side of the Ring. Me and him are working very closely on that right now, and we're going to try to put together something that's never been seen before. Original content. A great show. Outlaw Wrestling this Friday night. Bolero, New Jersey. If you have time, come on down. Hit them up on Instagram so you can find out all the details, pick up some tickets. And then at the end of the month on the 30th, I'll be at BPW Battlefield for Edge of Greatness. Matt Cardona taking on Casey Navarro, and either pick up tickets from their Facebook page, Battlefield Pro Wrestling, or watch it live on the Premier Streaming Network, $9.99 a month or $100 a year minus a penny. Includes live events from around the world on all different kinds of promotions. And I'm Savage. That is Jay. This is Travis. And we tried to keep it under an hour. This here, I'll show you this guy. Why not? He's an animal. This guy's an animal. Don't mess with him.
Wrestling.
Oh my God.
Well, Savage. Look at Savage. There you go, buddy. Wrestling.
Don't mess with that guy. He's an absolute savage. Gianna's drinking some good shit tonight. Randy Orton, Drew Riddle versus Imperium at SummerSlam. Please, God, no. I don't need that in my life. I don't need it. I don't want it. Tomorrow night, AEW. Jay, you coming on for that one or no? It's too bad.
I have to tell the truth.
We got to tell the truth. Jay will be here to tell the truth on Wednesday night.
As bad as that card looks, you might not be the only one telling the truth. That was a pretty bad looking card.
We're going to have a special guest tomorrow night. I'll announce it tomorrow night. It's going to be someone that does good things for pro wrestling, has a nice organization. We'll talk more about that tomorrow night live on Wrestling with Savage. You guys won't want to miss it. Make sure you hear, like, share, subscribe, and go pick up AEW Fight Forever if you haven't done so. We'll be talking more about that tomorrow night too. Everybody have a good night. Nice.